We have talked about meditation. Why should we meditate? And also some fundamental ideas around what is meditation. I think it's time that we also start the practice of meditation. So today, I'm going to give you some basic ideas so you can actually now get started with the meditation practice. Now, there are many different ways of doing meditation, and I'm going to talk about a technique which has been studied by scientists across the globe very extensively, and that is the very simple mindfulness meditation. So now let's get started. First thing, what is the posture? I want you to be seated comfortably. You can sit on the floor, you can sit on maybe a mat. If you have some body pain, let's say you have some back problem, find a posture which is comfortable for you. It should not be very painful. If you want to sit on a chair, you're most welcome to do that. If you wish to take back support, you can put a pillow behind your back. It's perfectly fine. As long as there are only two conditions. Number one, you should be able to maintain alertness, which means if you're just, let's say, I'm lying down at a certain angle, then that's not good because our mind will not be alert. And second, you have to be comfortable because you should be able to sustain that position for next 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes as long as you're meditating, ideally without having to adjust or change your position. Next, what do you do with your hands? Now you may have this idea that okay, you have to hold it in a particular posture, maybe fingers have to touch. It doesn't really matter that much. My suggestion is take both your hands and just let them gently rest in your lap. If the fingers are loosely touching each other, that's perfectly fine. So normally when we are going through the day, our mind might be a little bit agitated. So it's useful if we can have some process where we can calm down a little bit. In the beginning, when you sit down, just take a few moments, you can keep your eyes open, maybe look at some point or some object, let's say 6 feet in front of you on the floor, and just sit for a few seconds or a few moments doing nothing. Just keep a gentle soft gaze for a few moments. And then after that, if you wish, you can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open for some more time. And the next step, again, it's an optional step, but I recommend, and most of us will find it beneficial, which is some amount of deep breathing. Now remember, deep breathing is not essential. Meditation is not pranayama, it's not a breathing exercise, but a few deep breaths, maybe let's say 3, 4, 5 deep breaths in the beginning, will just bring a little bit of extra calm to your mind. So let's say you take 3 or 4 or 5 deep breaths. And when you breathe in, just breathe in through the nose and fill your lungs completely. When you breathe out as far as possible, breathe out through the mouth and gently let go. After deep breathing, you may close your eyes. When you close your eyes, it just reduces the amount of sort of visual stimulation coming. So our brain has less information to process, just makes it easier. You can do with open eyes as well if you prefer that. So let's say you follow my instructions and you close your eyes. And now you can try a couple of things. One is if you want to just give your mind a little bit of extra opportunity to bring yourself into the present moment, you can take a few moments to just observe your surroundings. Now, if you're meditating, let's say in a place which is a bit noisy, just listen to the sounds carefully, keenly, but without judgment. Now, here is the main part, which is the observation or the mindfulness of breath. So keep breathing normally. And as you breathe in, our breath will create different sensations in the body. While we cannot observe the breath itself, we can observe those sensations. Now, how do you observe the sensations? There are many ways of doing it. I'll give you a simple one to get started. Just observe when you breathe in, the air will enter our nostrils and the throat. And when the air touches the nostrils, the inside of the nostrils and the throat, there'll be some sensation, the sensation of the touch of the air. So you can feel the air going in and you can feel the air coming out. So we don't have to see something to observe it. So don't try to move your eyes. Eyes can just stay relaxed. Just observe the flow of air in and out. But now you will start observing some hindrances, certain challenges. The most common challenge, which practically everybody is going to face, is our mind will often wander. What do I do? So for that, there are a couple of things. We'll discuss a bunch of techniques. Today I'm going to give you one simple technique, which is count after every breathing cycle is over. So what you can do is this. Breathe in, breathe out, 1. Second time when you breathe in, breathe out, 2. Next one, breathe in, breathe out, 3. Don't count from 1 to 100, okay? Count from 1 to 10, and after 10, come back to 1 and start again. So 1 to 10, 1 to 10, keep repeating it. Now, one last thing. When we find that our mind has been distracted, often we get very frustrated. Mind wandering is natural. In the beginning, it is unavoidable. It takes a lot of time and practice to build concentration so that your mind does not wander. So don't remain caught up. Once you are aware that, oh, I have moved away, once you have that awareness, step out, come out of it. Tell yourself, okay, I'm thinking this is a thought, and then let go. Tell yourself, okay, that's fine, but this is not the time. This is not the time to think about these things. Let go, bring your attention back to the breathing, and start the counting again from 1. Remember, before running, children need to learn how to walk. Before walking, they need to learn how to crawl. Right? Nobody can start running on day 1. So take your time, be patient. Remember, meditation is an investment of a lifetime. Don't expect instant reward. This is how you repeat. So think of meditation in some sense like 3 steps. Step number 1 is focus on the breath. Step number 2 is when your mind wanders, you don't want it to, but if it still will, for most of us, almost all of us. So when it wanders, second step is to realize that, okay, I've been distracted, and then happily, joyfully let go of it, become mindful, let go of it. And then step number 3 is bring it back to the breathing and start observing the breath and counting again. Choose a duration which you find comfortable, and then after 10-15 minutes, you can gently let go of the attention on the breath, and then gradually, as you feel comfortable, slowly open your eyes. And that's it, you're done. The source of happiness in life is our ability to stay in the present moment. Enjoy what's happening right now. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy your meditation. Thank you for watching.